The Kansas City T-Bones proudly present T-Bones Baseball on the Air. Members of the American Association of Independent Professional Baseball Clubs and home of fun well done. The T-Bones Broadcast Network is brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Budweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Now let's head out to the ballpark for the starting lineups and the first pitch with the voice of the T-Bones, Nathan Moore.
Welcome one and all to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. We come to you today for Game 2 of this 4-game series. The T-Bones are here at Newman Outdoor Field to take on the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. Last night, Fargo shut the T-Bones out 4-0 as Tyler Alexander got the start for the Redhawks and went 9 complete innings, no runs, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. Kansas City looking to get back on track here today in this second game. Today's starting lineup for Kansas City goes like this. Tyler Massey leading off playing center. Dalton Wheat right behind him in right. Brett Wiley at second. Jake Blackwood at first. Anthony Gallis, designated hitter. Tyson Gillies on left. Vladimir Frias at short. Ryan Retz getting the nod at third. And Nolan Johnson rounding up and catching tonight. Kansas City enters this game currently 40-53 on the season. Still in fourth place in the Central Division as they are 9 games behind Sioux City, Gary, and Lincoln. As there's a 3-way tie at the top of the Central Division. Fargo enters this game 49-44 on the season as they're 8 games behind St. Paul in the North Division. Today's starter for Fargo is Dylan Mouzakis, and no, I'm not saying Moustakis. I know there's going to be plenty of times during this broadcast where I'm going to be saying Moustakis. Look at that, I already messed up and said the wrong name. Mouzakis enters that bat, and there's this appearance, I should say, without a single decision. This will be his first start of the season. And so far this season, he's got a 5.9 ERA in 10 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 13 hits, 8 runs, only 7 earned, 5 walks, 12 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting a high batting average of .295 off of him. Like I said, first start, 6th appearance, 22 years old out of Pace University in New York City. Mouzakis had a highly decorated senior season at Pace when he was named to the Northeast 10 All-Conference, first team in Eastern College Athletic Conference, ECAC, All-Star, and was selected to all East Region teams by the Division II Conference Commissioners Association. He also finds himself high on many of Pace's record lists, and he finished his career 3rd all-time with 17 victories. Mouzakis tossed the 10th most innings in Pace history with 205 across 4 seasons. His 180 strikeouts ranked 5th all-time, 8 wins in the senior season tie Mouzakis for 2nd on the single-season record board. Leading off today for Kansas City, like I said, is Tyler Massey. Last night, Massey picked up one of the T-Bones' 5 hits, going 1 for 4 out of the leadoff hole. First pitch to Massey, low and away, 1-0. Tyler Massey enters this at-bat, 3rd on the team in hitting with a .274 average and 365 at-bats, which is the most on the team. He has 53 runs scored, 6 home runs, and 28 RBIs, as that's in there, and even the count at 1. Today's umpires crew for this tilt: Kevin Young at home, Bobby Feaster at first, and Scott Shores at third. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Last night, that's a called strike. Last time out for Mouzakis was on August 25th at Winnipeg. He pitched 4 1/3. Did not pick up a decision, allowed 2 hits and a run with 5 strikeouts and no walks, as that's in there and evens the count at 2. Mouzakis steps, fires, and delivers the 2-2. Massey checks his swing to stay alive and fouls it off, 2-2. Kansas City wearing their all-gray road uniforms with the oxblood lettering and the white trim with the black line going down the pants. Fargo enters this game with their black hats, black tops with the red lettering, and white pinstripe pants as Massey gets that past Gil Martin at short, and he's on with a leadoff single to left field here in the top of the first. Something that Kansas City did not do last night was lead off with too many hits. Today, start the first inning hot. Now batting for Kansas City is Dalton Wheat, who did not start yesterday and did not see any action. Comes on now, the runner on first and no one down. The defense for Fargo is set up like this: Josh Mazzola at third, Mike Gilmartin at short, Ryan Pineda at second, Dustin Geiger at first as the first pitch to Wheat is high, 1-0. Outfield left to right goes Humphreys, Carter, and Kalong. with Ryan Wagner doing the catching for Dylan Muzakis. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Dalton Wheat enters this at bat, batting .326 and 178 at bats. He's got 24 runs scored, still searching for a home run. He's also got 24 RBIs and 3 triples. That's low. 3-0. Wheat has him right where he wants him. On deck for Kansas City is number 16, Brett Wiley. Muzakis looking in for Wagner. Massey on first. Infield at double play depth, the 3-0. Outside, and Dalton Wheat walks on 4 pitches, but runners on first and second, still no one down. T-Bones already have a runner in scoring position, something they could not manage yesterday, all but twice. That's hard to do when the starting pitcher, the only pitcher you face, doesn't walk anybody and only allows 5 hits. Brett Wiley enters this at bat. Last night, he was hitless, going 0 for 4. Wiley, the left-handed hitter, as the first 3 hitters have been lefties against the right-hander Muzakis. Muzakis looks back, fires first pitch is low, 1-0. 6 straight balls. Make that actually 5 straight balls from Muzakis. 1-0. Wagner set up outside of the 1-0 pitch, low again. Now it's 6 straight balls, 2-0. Wiley enters this at bat, batting .318 and 333 at bats. He's got 5 home runs, 43 RBIs, and 44 runs scored. As Wagner comes out to talk to his pitcher, he's also accompanied by the pitching coach, Michael Schlacht. Dylan Muzakis has been struggling early. Runners on first and second, no one down. Top of the first, the T-Bones have a hit when Tyler Massey led the game off with a single, and then Dalton Wheat was walked on 4 pitches. That's how we've got here with a 2-0 count to Brett Wiley. As they step off the mound, and we're ready for action. Brett Wiley toes back in. Umpire says, let's go. Infield still at double play depth. Not much guarding happening at first. The 2-0 is low. And inside, 3-0 on the slider at 87 miles an hour. We already have a walk today, something that did not happen yesterday for Fargo pitchers. The 3-0. Late called strike on a fastball low. Well, that's all right. 3 balls and a strike. Ends the 7 straight balls right there. 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs. Runners on first and second. Top of the first, scoreless. Muzakis comes set with the 3-0. Wagner set up outside. Here it comes. It's low. Can't call that one. It was in the dirt. And that'll load the bases. 2 walks and a hit. How we've gotten here for the RBI machine, Jake Blackwood. Blackwood having himself a very decent year. I say decent, but it's a very good year. Obviously, nothing can compare to his 2010 season when he had 31 home runs and 86 RBIs. I was talking to him before the game about that. Said everything that he did just seemed to work. Infield, double play depth again. First pitch to Blackwood's on the outer half. Called strike, no balls and a strike. Last night, Blackwood did pick up another one of the T-Bones' 5 hits, going 1 for 4. Wagner set up outside. Here comes the 0-1. It's outside, way too far. We're even at 1. Blackwood would not mind picking up the cheap RBI here with a walk. Whatever puts the team ahead. The 1-1. Blackwood fouls it back, and for the first time today, Dylan Muzakis has the advantage. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Last night's starter, Mike Kickham, went 7 innings for the Kansas City. He only allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, all were earned, 2 walks and 6 strikeouts. He's now 3-4 on the season with a 2.93 ERA. Wagner set up outside at the 1-2, still no one out. Way outside, that evens the count at 2. Fans here want him to be rung up on that, even though that ball is in the other batter's box. The 2-2, Jake Blackwood goes down swinging on the heater. It's blown by him for the first out. Now batting for Kansas City is another very dangerous hitter, Anthony Gallus. Last night, Gallus was hitless, going 0 for 3 with a walk. So far this season, Anthony Gallus is batting .220 and 305 at-bats, getting his average up while leading the team in home runs with 16 and 46 RBIs. He fouls the first pitch back, no balls on a strike with one down, bases juiced. Here in the top of the first, we're still scoreless. The 0-1. Anthony Gallus swings and misses on the breaking ball outside at 78 miles an hour, and he's behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Kansas City cannot squander an opportunity when your first 3 batters get on to load the bases. Zakis comes set with the 0-2. Wagner outside. And it's way outside, 1-2. That's low. Fans here for sure thought it was. Umpire steps back. He originally called it low, then he stepped back, held up his hands to call time, and then rings him up. Make a decision, dude. Let's go. You can't pause the game and go, oh, I wonder what that was, and then ring him up. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's how it officially goes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Kansas City's first 3 runners got on. Since then, it's been 2 strikeouts as Tyson Gillies steps in for the T-Bones. Last night, Gillies picked up a hit going 1 for 3. He also was walked in that tilt. First pitch to Gillies is low and inside, blocked by Wagner. 1-0. Deep backstop here at Newman Outdoor Field. If that ball gets past the rookie catcher Wagner, that's a run scoring easily, especially with Tyler Massey on third. Wagner will come out and talk to Muzakis yet again. Whatever he said last time seemed to work. Wagner returns behind the dish. We'll resume 1-0, 2 down. Bases still juiced for Tyson Gillies. Muzakis looking in. Wagner set up inside to Gillies. The 1-0. Gillies swings and misses one that's letter high, 87 miles an hour. We're even at 1. In this scoreless game at the top of the first, bases loaded, 2 down. Last night, Kansas City left only 4 on base. The 1-1. Gillies fouls it off out of the ball boy's hands. 1-2. Muzakis has recovered nicely after allowing the first 3 T-Bones on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. The 1-2. Gillies gets enough to send it down third baseline, but foul. He'll do it again, 1-2. You can tell that Tyler Massey on third is just itching to get home. He led off the game with a single. He's been sitting around, 2 straight walks, and now 2 straight strikeouts. And Tyson Gillies is behind, 1-2 with 2 down. Wagner set up outside. Moustakis to Wagner. Gillies fouls it down third baseline and out of play. Yet again, 1-2. Wagner now inside the 1-2. Tyson Gillies goes down swinging for the third and final out. A single led off the inning, 2 straight walks loaded the bases, then 3 straight strikeouts for Dylan Moustakis got him out of trouble as the T-Bones get 1 hit and they strand 3 on. And we're still scoreless through half an inning here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King coming to you from Newman Outdoor Field. The T-Bones squandered an opportunity in the first with the bases loaded, 3 straight strikeouts, or how we got out of that, or how the Red Hawks got out of that. As we're scoreless through half an inning, as Jordan Cooper takes him out for Kansas City. First batter he'll face is Kes Carter. First pitch to Carter is low and inside, 1-0. Jordan Cooper just got to the ballpark at about 1 o'clock as he was in Kansas City for the entire week, because his wife is expecting their first child. The 1-0 is high, 2-0. Said he left last night at about 7:30 p.m., drove about halfway through the night. Him and his mom, who he was driving up with, they stayed the night about halfway and then drove the rest today. And we're glad he's here. 2 balls, no strikes. Carter shows bunt. It's inside, 3-0. So far this season, Jordan Cooper is 3-5 with a 4.20 ERA. All 18 of his appearances have been starts. And in 107 innings pitched, has struck out 51 while walking 33. The 3-0 to Carter. Right down Broadway, 3-1. Jordan Cooper, originally from Wichita State University, was drafted by the Cleveland Indians in the 9th round in 2010 out of Wichita State. He's from Topeka, Kansas. Carter grounds that to Blackwood. Blackwood can't handle it on the slide. And Carter's on to lead things off here in the bottom of the first. Last season, Jordan Cooper, well, actually earlier this season, Jordan Cooper was in AAA with the Columbus Clippers in the Cleveland Indians organization. He went 1-0. He had 3 appearances, an ERA of 3.0, 3 innings pitched, and he struck out 2 while walking 1. Last season, he split time within AA and AAA, Akron and Columbus in the Indians organizations. Ryan Pineda grounds that to Frias. Frias to Wiley. 6-4-3, got him, double play. As the Fargo-Moorhead Red Hawks led off with a single, then a double play retires the first 2, as Kansas City's defense coming on big for their pitcher. We now see Kerry De La Cruz, who last night went 0 for 3 but picked up an RBI. Comes on with no one on, 2 downs, scoreless game, bottom of the first. But last season, Jordan Cooper, between those two, went 4-6 with a 4.34 ERA. 22 appearances, 19 were starts. He gets De La Cruz swinging, no balls and a strike. He did pick up a save last season as well, and in 105 and 2/3 innings pitched, struck out 51 while walking 46. T-Bone's defense is set up like this. Ryan Retz at third, Vladimir Frias at short, Brett Wiley at second, Jake Blackwood at first. Outfield left to right goes Gillies, Massey, and Wheat, with Nolan Johnson doing the catching for Coopers. That's inside, and the count's even at 1. So far this season, De La Cruz is batting .315 and 406 at bats, 73 runs scored, 17 home runs, and 68 RBIs. The 1-1. De La Cruz gets under and sends it to deep right field. Wheat running towards the line, but it's out of play into the T-Bones bullpen. 1-2 with 2 down, scoreless game, bottom of the first. Gary De La Cruz, a fan favorite here in Fargo, and rightfully so with those bonkers numbers. He's been in the top 3 for majority of the season in batting average in the entire league, falling out of that just recently. The 1-2 is paints the corner on the outside, but no call. Counts even at 2. Cooper steps, fires, and delivers. Johnson set up in the middle. De La Cruz gets under that and fouls that down the right field line and out of play as well. Count remains even at 2. De La Cruz played with the Boston Red Sox AA affiliate last season and the season before. 2-2. De La Cruz goes opposite field. Gillies running towards the line. That'll drop foul on the line. Count remains even at 2. The good news is for T-Bones fans, and this is the reason why De La Cruz has fallen out of the American Association top 3 in batting average, as he is 4 for 31 in his past 8 games. This comes out to an average of 129. De La Cruz fouls that down the right field line as well. Staying alive against Cooper, count remains 2-2. Elsewhere around the American Association, Lincoln is playing at Sioux City, Winnipeg at St. Paul, Joplin at Wichita, Texas at Laredo, and Gary South Shore at Sioux Falls. Cooper looks in for the 2-2. Johnson set up outside. De La Cruz, guess what? Fouls it off again. Last night's announced crowd was 2,925. If I had to make a guess, I'd say it's going to be right around that as well. Maybe a little bit more. The 2-2. De La Cruz goes down swinging. He battled in there, but Jordan Cooper ultimately gets the better of him for the 3rd out. T-Bones allow a hit, but other than that, they go down 1-2-3 thanks to a double play as they're still scoreless through 1 inning here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. T-Bones and the Red Hawks are currently scoreless here as we get set to begin the top of the second. Vladimir Frias leading things off for the T-Bones. Last night, Frias went hitless, going 0 for 3. Batting out of the left-handed batter's box, something that he was not allowed to do last night. The first pitch to Frias, low and outside, 1-0. Frias, a much better hitter out of the left-handed batter's box. Possesses more power out of there. The 1-0 was outside, 2-0. And the numbers only support that, as Frias is batting .251 left-handed. That's also outside, 3-0. He's batting .251 out of the left-handed batter's box compared to .234 out of the right-handed batter's box. And Frias walks on 4 pitches to lead off the second. Kansas City got 3 on to lead off the first, but 3 straight strikeouts were how 3 were stranded. Now batting for the T-Bones is Ryan Retz. Last night, Retz did pick up a hit, going 1 for 3. The former Pecco League star making T-Bones look good for picking him up. Pickoff attempt at first. Frias dives back safely. Appeared to be just barely. As the return throw from Wagner to Mouzakis is way over Mouzakis' head. Retz steps back in, the right-handed hitter from Tucson, Arizona. First pitch to Retz is inside, 1-0. So far for his new team, Ryan Retz is batting .217. Only 7 games, 23 at-bats. He's got a run scored, 1 home run and 4 RBIs. That home run coming during this road trip as that's breaking balls outside, 2-0. Beautiful night here for baseball. It's about 75 degrees and perfect outside. Few clouds have come in for the most part of the day. It's been perfectly clear. The 2-0 is high and inside, 3-0. The 3-1 is now the count, as it was 3-0 and that breaking ball just found the zone, 3-1. No one out, runner on first, scoreless game here at the top of the second. 3-1, Retz grounds it softly back to the mound. Mouzakis turns to second, gets that out, throws down to first, and Ryan Retz is retired on the 1-6-3 double play with 2 down. Honestly, all that was Fargo returning the favor as Kansas City turned a textbook 6-4-3 double play in the last half inning. But with 2 down, we see Nolan Johnson. First pitch to Johnson is outside, 1-0. Last night, Johnson went hitless as well, going 0 for 3. Breaking ball in there at 85. Counts even at 1. Johnson, a rookie from these parts, as he grounds that foul down the third baseline, 1-2. Nolan Johnson from Bloomington, Minnesota. Played earlier this season with Sioux Falls. The 1-2. Johnson goes down swinging for the third and final out. T-Bones go down 1-2-3. As we're scoreless through 1.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King on the T-Bones Broadcast Network, coming to you from Newman Outdoor Field. No balls and a strike to Josh Mazzola as he takes the next pitch and sends it sky high in the left field, a mile in the air. Vladimir Frios will pitch a tent, start a fire, sing Kumbaya, and let Tyson Gillies welcome it in his glove for the first out. Now batting for Fargo is Katie Kong. Last night, Kong went 2 for 3 with a run scored. Don't get me started on one of those base hits, because it shouldn't have happened. Cooper comes set, first pitch to Kong, here it comes. The first pitch is outside, 1-0. Entering this game, Kong is batting .295 and 339 at-bats. He has 64 runs scored, 17 homers, and 56 ribbies. The 1-0. High and inside, 2-0. As the sun begins to set here in beautiful Fargo, North Dakota, the 2-0 is way inside, 3-0. Breaking ball at 84. 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Cooper steps, fires, and delivers. Sends it home where it's welcomed into Johnson's glove and called strike, 3-1. .3-1 is inside, and Kong walks on 5 pitches with 1 down. Now batting for Fargo is Dustin Geiger. Comes on with a runner on first and 1 down. Last night, Geiger was hitless, going 0 for 4. One of only 3 Red Hawks to not pick up a hit. He was the only one to not record a statistic, though. Mike Gilmartin is another one, but he scored a run. Kerry De La Cruz, another one, but he picked up an RBI. First pitch to Geiger's inside, 1-0. Cooper coming set. Johnson set up outside. Runner on first. The 1-0 is low. 2-0. So far this season, Dustin Geiger is batting .292. 10 home runs and 54 RBIs. During his time as a Red Hawk, he's been batting .332 as compared to .234 with Wichita earlier this season. The 2-0. Geiger grounds that to Retz. Retz on the 2-hopper goes to Wiley at second. Wiley turns it fast and into Blackwood and double play. Gets him out of the inning. Second double play today for Kansas City. And Jordan Cooper getting some help from his defense, especially the newcomer Ryan Retz as he turned and fired. And we're still scoreless now through 2 complete here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. Providence Medical Group has offices in Bonner Springs, Basehor, Tonganoxie, Lansing, Leavenworth, and KCK. That's why we're the go-to community hospital in the region. If you're a T-Bones fan, count on the medical team that takes care of your team. The great doctors of Providence Medical Center, just east of the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King at Newman Outdoor Field of the T-Bones and the Fargo-Moorhead Red Hawks. Scoreless here as we get set to begin the top of the third. 1-1 count to Tyler Masters. We jump in a little late. Make it 2-1 as that fastball's inside. So far today, Massey is 1 for 1. He singled in the first, but was ultimately stranded at third, and we'll jump into that a little later. 2 balls and a strike. Massey lines that foul on the third baseline into the stands. A screamer. Thankfully to a seat where nobody was, and the count's even at 2. Infield, outfield, playing about as straight up as they come. The 2-2, Tyler Massey goes down swinging for the first out. That is also the 5th strikeout of the game for Mouzakis. Dalton Wheat steps in now for Kansas City. He walked in the first, but was ultimately stranded at second if you're picking up a trend that's happening. First runner stranded at third. The second runner stranded at second. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Again, Dalton Wheat did not see action in yesterday's game. He's sporting a new look out there for the T-Bones as the 1-0 comes his way, and low, 2-0. He's got the high socks look going on. All year we've seen him with the long baggy pants. Now we see the rookie out of Emporia State with the high socks. The 2-0 is high and outside, 3-0. It seems fitting for a guy that wears work gloves to wear the high socks, because that's just kind of what you would expect to see. 3-0 just hits the outer half, just enough. Dalton Wheat not disagreeing. 3 balls and a strike, 1 down. Game scoreless. Top of the third. The 3-1. Wheat gets that pass to shortstop Gilmartin into left field. He's on to the 1-out single. Kansas City can get something cooking now with the runner on. Especially here at Newman Outdoor Field, a very shallow ballpark. 314 down the right field line, 318 down the left field line. Right center, left center, and center not marked, but I had to make a guess about center. It's going to be about 395. First pitch to Wiley. In there, no balls on a strike. Wiley today walked in the first, but was ultimately stranded at first. And that completes your trivia. Yes, the T-Bone stranded, the bases loaded in the first inning. The 0-1. Wiley sends it opposite field, but tails out of play. He's behind, no balls and 2 strikes, and now runner on first, game scoreless, top of the third. Brett Wiley goes down swinging for the second out, the 6th strikeout of the game for Dylan Mouzakis. Mouzakis, granted only 5 appearances, came in with 12 strikeouts. Now batting for Kansas City is Jake Blackwood. Blackwood is 0 for 1 today after striking out swinging in the first. Comes on now with a runner on first and 2 down. First pitch to Blackwood. He pops it straight back. No balls and a strike. Foul ball went off the suite. Rebounded back into the crowd where a young man who's sitting by himself just snagged the ball with his glove just as casual as it can, and the place went nuts. The 0-1 outside and low, counts even at 1. That young man doesn't get any girls' numbers today. I don't know what else he needs to do that. And that's more impressive than anything I've ever done. Ozakis comes set the 1-1. Blackwood sends it out to center field. Carter ranging to his right, jumps and snags after making an awful read. And that's the 3rd out as the T-Bones get a hit, but they strand a man on. No runs, no errors. As we're still scoreless through 2.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
No matter how large or small your digging project may be, no matter how urban or rural, you must always call 811 before any digging project. 811 is our national one-call number, alerting your local utility companies to come out and mark any lines they have near your dig site. So before you do this or this, make sure you do this. For digging projects big or small, make the call to 811, brought to you by Common Ground Alliance.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. We're still scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. First pitch to Brian Humphreys is fouled very hard and down the right field line and into play. No balls and a strike, no one out. Last night, Humphreys went 1 for 4 with a ribby. So far this season, Humphreys is batting .293 and 389 at-bats with 56 runs scored, 12 home runs, and 62 RBIs. The 0-1, Humphreys, breaking ball in on his hands, way out ahead of it, sends it down the right field line, but tails foul into the T-Bones bullpen. No balls and 2 strikes, no one out. Cooper comes with the 0-2, steps, fires, and delivers. Breaking ball, Humphreys way out in front of it again. Count remains 0-2. Cooper coming set with the 0-2. Johnson set up inside. Here it comes. Humphreys, breaking ball, fouls it off again. And if you can't notice, Brian Humphreys struggles with the curve. Isn't that a movie? Struggle. Now it's trouble with the curve, so same thing. Struggles, trouble. It all goes hand in hand. Humphreys breaking ball. Fouls it off. What he really does say, though, is a fastball inside and a changeup. If you just hit him with the fast slow, that's trouble for him. There's the fast, and he fouls it off his foot. No balls and 2 strikes and no one out. Humphreys stepping out. The umpire going to give him plenty of time, walking way off of the plate. Humphreys last season played for Sioux Falls, resides from El Cajon, California, just about 5 minutes east of San Diego, 10 minutes maybe, east of San Diego. The 0-2, breaking ball. Humphreys on it that time. Massey ranging to his right, fly ball to center, and it's squeezed for the first out. Now batting for Fargo is Ryan Wagner. Wagner did not see action in yesterday's game. As Fargo also boasts one of the best catchers in the American Association, Charlie Valerio. As soon as I say that, he sends it to deep left field. Gilly's at the wall, and that's up and out of here as Ryan Wagner gets the solo one-out home run to put the T-Bones behind 1-0 with 1 out. And that really annoying train whistle is making it very difficult to talk. As we're in the bottom of the third, Ryan Wagner hits a solo shot, which isn't hard to do here in Fargo. That home run by Wagner was his third of the season here in Fargo. Cooper will step back in as the T-Bones down 1-0 with 1 out. Bottom of the third, and we'll see the 9-hole hitter, Mike Gilmartin. You heard that right, the 8-hole hitter hit a solo jack. Last night, Gilmartin went 0 for 2 with a run scored. First pitch to Gilmartin is low, 1-0. So far this season, Gilmartin has been struggling. Batting .232. Granted, that's in 112 at-bats. He's got 11 runs scored, 4 home runs, and 18 RBIs. He grounds that past a diving Blackwood. That's down the right field line in the T-Bones bullpen. Dalton Wheat gets it in the corner. Gilmartin's still going. He'll come in at second. He's on with a one out stand-up double. The 9-hole hitter, extra base hit. Now we see the top of the order in the shape of Kes Carter. Comes on now with a runner on second, 1 down. T-Bones trailing 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Carter. Deep right field. That's a shot. That's on the warning track. Gilmartin will score easily. Wheat gets to it now. And Kes Carter in there standing with back-to-back doubles. Scores the run, and the T-Bones are now behind 2-0. So Kes Carter and Mike Gilmartin just switching spots as Carter's now on second with 1 down. He brought Gilmartin home with the RBI double. And the T-Bones now trail 2-0 in the bottom of the third. First pitch to Pineda. On the outer half, called strike. No balls and a strike. In the first inning, Pineda grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. So far this season, he's batting .258. Mark that .259. As the 0-1. Pineda grounds that down the third baseline, out of play. No balls and 2 strikes. Pineda's .259 has also been accompanied with 63 runs scored, 7 home runs, and 33 RBIs. No balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Runner on second. T-Bones trailing 2-0, bottom of the third. A solo shot began this inning. Since then, back-to-back doubles have scored the run. The 0-2. Pineda pops that high in the air. Wiley in shallow right field. He'll wave it off to Dalton Wheat. Wheat will squeeze it running in for the second out. Now we see Kideri De La Cruz. So far today, De La Cruz is 0 for 1 after striking out swinging in the first. Runner on second, 2 down. Cooper trying to get the right sign from the rookie catcher Johnson, and that's something that's always going to be difficult. These guys have had 6 different starting catchers this season for Kansas City. We started out with Cole Leonine and Steve Swingle, and then we went to I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of it. As De La Cruz takes the first pitch and fouls it down the right field line. As that ball was absolutely crushed, 400 feet, foul easily. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Inside, counts even at 1. I'm still trying to rack my brain of who that catcher was. De La Cruz, swing and miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on second. Brian Erie. That's who it was. Cole Leonidas, Steve Swingle, Brian Erie, Tyler Moore, Nolan Johnson, Tanner Neal. And I think that's it. As De La Cruz sends it out to deep right field. Dalton Wheat at the wall. He plays it off the wall. And De La Cruz scores the run. And he's on first. T-Bones trail 3-0. And that ball was crushed as well. There's a baseball that overhangs in right field. It's a little lofted up. It's actually a baseball. It's a little sign. It's a baseball. And it hit off the baseball. If that baseball's not there, it's out of the park. Dalton Wheat, he's a rookie, but he played it like a veteran right off the ball to limit De La Cruz to first. Granted, the run does score. T-Bones trail 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Josh Mazzola now batting, and he comes up empty and looks silly on the swinging strike. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, runner on first. T-Bones trailing 3-0, bottom of the third. The 0-1 misses somewhere, counts even at 1. I say somewhere, it was appeared that it hit, just absolutely painted the outer corner. Apparently not. Cooper coming set with the 1-1. Looks in, now fires. Breaking ball just absolutely laid right down the strike zone, 1-2. So far today, Mazzola is 0 for 1, flying out to center field in the second inning. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Johnson set up outside. Cooper comes home. Fastball right on the outer half, called strike 3 for the third out. Mazzola knew it immediately, already flipping his bat out of the zone, out of the box. Well, good news is that ended the inning. The bad news is that Fargo scored 3 as the T-Bones now trail 3-0 through 3 complete here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. T-Bones trail 3-0 as we get set to begin the top of the fourth. Fargo scored 3 last half inning in the bottom of the third as we jump into Anthony Gallus. At bat, 2 balls, no strikes. Gallus swings and misses. Now it's 2-1. So far today, Gallus is 0 for 1 after striking out looking in the first. 2 balls and a strike. Gallus grounds that to third. Mazzola handles it, fires across the diamond. Collected throw retires Gallus for the first out. Tyson Gillies now batting for Kansas City. He's also 0 for 1 after striking out swinging in the first. First pitch to Gillies. Low, 1-0 with 1 down. Gillies, a very big piece of the Cliff Lee trade from the Mariners to the Phillies, as that's part of the reason that Cliff Lee was able to go to the Phillies, because the Mariners were absolutely enamored with Tyson Gillies. It's part of the Team Canada that won a gold medal in the Pan Am Games. The 1-1. Gillies lines that to a waiting Pineda at second. Pineda not even having to move, just raises his glove and snags the liner for the second out. Now batting for Kansas City is Vladimir Frias. So far today, Frias walked in the second. Didn't really reach second base, though, as a double play was then grounded into. First pitch to Frias is in there. No balls and a strike with 2 down. Like I said, Frias can bat out of the left-handed batter's box now, and I said it last time, his numbers are way better out of the left side as that's low and evens the count at 1. Frias, who is belovedly known as the Professor by pitching coach Bill Selby. Here comes the 1-1. Fastball in the outer half called strike, 1-2. And I'm not truly sure why he calls him the Professor. Frias does wear glasses every now and then. Maybe that's why. The 1-2 is Frias fouls that off. Count remains 1-2. Vladimir Frias, a longtime fan favorite in Kansas City, and deservedly so. Last season with the T-Bones, he batted .331 with 5 home runs and 27 RBIs. Frias chops that foul down the first baseline. Sobey with the nice grab on the 2-hopper. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 down. The 1-2, Frias opposite field to the shortstop. Gil Martin fires across and retires. Frias shortstop grounds out to shortstop for the third out. T-Bones go down 1-2-3. And they're trailing 3-0 through 3.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. We jump into the action early. First pitch that Katie Kong saw here in the bottom of the fourth. He sent it to the corner in right field, and he's on with a leadoff double. T-Bones trail the Red Hawks 3-0 as Dustin Geiger steps on for Fargo. So far today, Geiger is 0 for 1 after grounding out to a double play in the second inning. Righty to righty, first pitch to Geiger. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball that buckles his knees. No balls and a strike. I was a little panicked in between innings as the official scorer for Fargo came into the booth and said, hey, who's number 33 for you guys? Well, that's Jared Messer. He goes, well, that guy's on the mound. As that's low, he checks his swing. They appeal. He says he doesn't go. Counts even at 1. And I just panicked. Because, I mean, you think 33, and I've been saying Jordan Cooper all along. He's been getting the stats. And then I look out there through the binoculars, and it is Jordan Cooper just wearing 33. So we all felt a brush of relief. The 1-1. Geiger sends to the right, down the left field line, but foul. 1-2. I'm not sure what happened, if they expected him to travel or not and didn't bring the 32. But Jared Messer, being the great teammate he is, probably just said, hey, here's my 33. Close enough. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No one out. Runner on second, bottom of the fourth. Cooper looks into Johnson. Johnson setting up outside. He's trying to get on the same page with the signs. And Geiger steps out as Cooper and Johnson were having troubles with the communication. You're going to find that with new catchers. Like I said just earlier, there's been 6 new starting catchers for the T-Bones this year. And it's hard to win games when you don't have the same continuity. At third base, we've had 4 different third basemen. The 1-2 is outside. The count's even at 2. Make that actually 5 third basemen. We started with Nate Tinbrink. We had Anthony Aslan, if you want to count him there. Jimmy Mojica, Sergio Leon, and now Ryan Retz. And I feel like I might be missing somebody. It appears to be Brandon Tierney. That was the big one. There's been 6 different starting third basemen. So the 2-2 is outside. That draws the count full. On deck for Fargo is number 18, Brian Humphreys. But everywhere else, shortstop, second base, first base, all 3 guys have started all year. Wiley, Frias, and Blackwood. And our outfield is absolutely loaded. The payoff pitch. Geiger grounds to Frias. Frias just right, fires the third. Ryan Retz lays down the tag on Kong and gets the lead runner with 1 out. Vladimir Frias with a veteran move. Ryan Retz with a smart baseball move, immediately covering the bag. I don't know why Kong was running in the first place. The ground ball went to Frias' right, and he ranged there, fielded it perfectly, and then perfect throw to Retz. Perfect tag from Retz to retire him. And now Dustin Geiger is on at first. A much slower Dustin Geiger is on than Katie Kong, who's already in scoring position. So 1 down for Brian Humphreys. So far today, Humphreys is 0 for 1 after flying out to center field in the 3rd inning. First pitch from Cooper is inside, 1-0. Cooper looks in. Johnson set up middle. Geiger jumps off the bag. Looked like he was going to try to run early. Cooper steps off to keep him honest. I'm sure that's the one thing that a pitcher absolutely hates the most. The 1-0. Humphreys fouls it back. The count's now even at 1. One ball, one strike, one out, runner on first. T-Bones trailing 3-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Humphreys, the left-handed batter against the righty Cooper. Cooper comes set, then fires to first. Geiger gets back. The ball gets past Black, but it's at the wall, and Geiger will be in there standing at second with 1 down on the E1. Kansas City did commit an error last night. It was a costly one. It was to put a runner in scoring position, and that runner ultimately scored in the 6th. 1 ball and a strike. Humphreys goes up for it, checks his swing, no appeal, 2-1. I hate to say that errors have been the name of the game, but I have to. That error was the 101st error of the season for Kansas City, as they're in 3rd place with the 3rd most this season. 3 balls and a strike, 1 out, runner on second. Cooper looks back, looks in, fires home. Humphreys sends it out to deep left field. Gillies ranging towards the line. That is up and foul over the wall, just foul towards the left of the foul pole line. I don't have a good look of it. I trust the umpires on that one. Draws the count full. On deck for Fargo is number 11, Ryan Wagner. But the good news is for T-Bones fans is that Fargo-Moorhead is tied for the lead in the American Association errors committed. The other good news is that Sioux Falls is tied with Fargo with 103. And that's relevant because Kansas City will return home after this 4-game series to face Sioux Falls for the season ender. Humphreys sends that shot to right field, and that's up and out of here in right center field. Takes a full count pitch, sends it over the wall with 1 down. As you hear that very annoying train whistle. 2-run shot for Humphreys. That is his 13th home run of the season. Two home runs today by Fargo. And what's really something is that Kansas City didn't allow a home run to Fargo last night, which is really surprising when you look at the American Association lead, as Fargo has 116 total home runs this season as a team, which is tops in the league. Now batting for Fargo is number 11, Ryan Wagner. 1-0 count to Wagner. Takes the next pitch and sends it to right center. That'll drop. And right into Brett Wiley's glove is what I meant to say in shallow right center for the 2nd out. I meant to say that. Probably. No, I didn't mean to say it. As Mike Gilmartin steps in for Fargo. So far today, Gil Martin is 1 for 1 after doubling and scoring. Last time we saw him in the 3rd. Comes on now with 2 down as Cooper asks for the new ball. T-Bones trailing 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. 3 runs scored in the bottom of the third for Fargo, 2 so far here in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Gil Martin is high and called strike. We'll take it. No balls and a strike with 2 down. The 0-1 just inside, evens the count at 1. T-Bones defense playing straight up against the 9-hole hitter Gil Martin, who already has an extra base hit today. Gil Martin chops that into right field. He's on with a 2-out single. A 9-hole hitter is 2 for 2 today. Now batting for Fargo is the top of the order, Kes Carter. So far today, Kes Carter is 2 for 2. Singled in the first and hit an RBI double in the third, then eventually came around to score. First pitch to Carter. He lays down bunt, pulls it back. It's in there anyways. No balls and a strike with 2 down, runner on first. T-Bones trailing 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. The 0-1. Carter, big swing and a miss on the heater high. He's behind 0-2. Ring him up on the outer half for the third and final out. Jordan Cooper, 3 pitches to the leadoff man, retires him looking. But not before Fargo gets 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 T-Bones there. They strand a man on base. T-Bones trail 5-0 through 4 complete here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. I do apologize. We jumped late into the action. This is Sam King coming from Newman Outdoor Field. Ryan Retz, first pitch he sees in the top of the 5th. He sends to left field, and he's on with a leadoff single. As he's got back-to-back hits in back-to-back days now. Nolan Johnson now on for Kansas City. First pitch is outside to Johnson. 1-0. So 1-0 to Johnson's a fastball in the outer half, called strike, and the count's even at 1. So far today, Johnson is 0 for 1 after striking out swinging. Last time we saw him in the second. The 1-1. Johnson sends it high in the air. That's going to stay in the infield as Pineda brings it in and heels on the grass for the first out. Now batting for Kansas City is the leadoff man, Tyler Massey. So far today, Massey is 1 for 2. He singled in the first, but was ultimately stranded at third. Last time we saw him in the third, he struck out swinging. T-Bones trailing 5-0 here at the top of the fifth. Mouzakis comes set. The first pitch to Massey is fouled back and in the stands. No balls and a strike. As a younger man, get a haircut. Makes the catch. No balls and a strike with 1 out. The 0-1 fastball just outside, evens the count at 1. Massey with the good eye to lay off that one, which is something he's done all year with 43 walks, which is tied for the team lead. The 1-1, Massey pulls that to first. Geiger steps on the bag, throws to short, high throw, jumping play. Retz slides in, and he's tagged for the third and final out. Kansas City gets 1 hit, no one left on, no errors, no runs. And the T-Bones still trail 5-0 through 4.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King coming from Newman Outdoor Field. T-Bones trail 5-0 as we head to the home half of the fifth. Ryan Pineda will lead things off for Fargo. First pitch, Pineda's a breaking ball that breaks too much outside, 1-0. Jordan Cooper expecting his firstborn child due any day now. His wife, 39 weeks pregnant, talking to him a little before the game. That's high, 2-0. They do not know the gender of the baby. Wouldn't that be a surprise? 2 balls, no strikes. Pineda fouls it back, 2-1. I kind of like that idea. I mean, it keeps it interesting. But at the same time, I'm not faulting that decision at all. If you paint the room pink, it comes out a boy, or blue and it comes out a girl, things become a little awkward, don't they? As that's fouled back, 2-2. Still wish them nothing but the best, and a huge congratulations to Jordan Cooper and his entire family. Just a class act guy. Wish him nothing but the best. So far, he's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strike counts to Pineda, the 2-2. Pineda sends it out to center field. Massey still retreating back. He's on the warning track now. That'll drop in front of him at the wall. Pineda digging for 3. Massey throws it in, and Pineda will be in there standing. The leadoff triple. That is the 5th extra base hit today by Fargo. Kieri De La Cruz coming on now with the runner on third, no one out for Fargo. So far today, De La Cruz is 1 for 2. Last time we saw him in the third, he hit an RBI singles. Bill Selby will come out and talk to Cooper. Still no one out, the runner on third. Selby looking back at De La Cruz. This wouldn't be a bad time to walk De La Cruz, but then again, you do have the American Association RBI leader, Josh Mazzola, on deck. A man that's also second in the league in home runs. Kind of pick your poison with this heart of the lineup here in Fargo. De La Cruz and Cooper getting set to go. First pitch from Cooper is high, 1-0. Johnson looking down to third immediately. Maybe they thought they could get something going on with a back pick, but no throw. A cheap out at third is still an out. How about the high to ball trick? Haven't seen that in a long time. Is the 1-0. De La Cruz fouls it back. Out of play, and the count's even at 1. At the same time, if you're able to strike out De La Cruz, who has 79 times this season, then you can put Mazzola on, and with Katie Kong right behind him, that's a double play threat. 1 ball and a strike, no one out, runner on third. The 1-1, De La Cruz fouls down the right field line and out of play. 1-2. Jordan Cooper has De La Cruz right where he wants him, especially in this very pivotal at-bat. Jordan Cooper already has 3 strikeouts today. He comes set. Johnson set up inside. The 1-0. The 1-2, I should say. De La Cruz strike him out swinging on a fastball neck level for the first out, and that's a big one. I don't want to say that I predicted it, but I'm going to take all the credit for it as Josh Mazzola steps in for Fargo. And just like I was thinking, something could be on here with Mazzola. You may not intentionally walk him, but you're also not going to give him anything to hit. T-Bones defense playing straight up. First pitch to Mazzola, sends to Frias. Frias charging. Retz takes it ranging to his left, fires to first, and retires Mazzola, but the run scores as the T-Bones fall behind now 6-0. Josh Mazzola picking up another RBI. As Katie Kong steps in now, 1 for 1. He walked in the second and doubled in the fourth. No one on with 2 down. T-Bones trailing 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch to Kong. Johnson set up outside. Is high and outside. 1-0. Both catchers for Kansas City from this area. Nolan Johnson played his college ball at Mankato State University, as that's low, 2-0. And then Tanner Neal, who's currently in the bullpen, played at Southwest Minnesota State University. David Holman getting loose for Kansas City. Kong checks a swing to appeal. He says he doesn't go. 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. On deck for Fargo's number 34, Dustin Geiger. Cooper comes and fires home. Kong bloops that right over Wiley's head at second. He's on to the 2-out single. Now batting for Fargo is Dustin Geiger. So far today, Geiger is 0 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice last time we saw him in the 4th, though, and ended up coming around to score. First pitch to Geiger. Breaking ball he wanted at, but it was low, 1-0. Geiger, the right-handed batter, against the right-handed pitcher, Jordan Cooper. Cooper, the native of Topeka, Kansas. If you look on at tbonesbaseball.com, you can read a fantastic feature story on Jordan Cooper written by Shannon Foster. That's outside 2-0. And when I say fantastic, I mean that's a piece of writing. You'll learn a thing or two about the man from Wichita State. 2 balls and no strikes. Breaking ball high and inside. It's 3-0. On deck for Fargo's number 18, Brian Humphreys. Jordan Cooper currently sitting at 87 pitches through 4 2/3. Breaking ball right down Broadway, no swing. 3 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Runner on first. T-Bones trailing 6-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. The 3-1. Geiger gets under and sends it out to deep center field. Massey ranges back, now walks in. And it's over his head as he couldn't fight into the lights. Run will score as he thought he had a thing, then he lost it, and then it dropped about 10 feet behind him. T-Bones trail 7-0. Second error of the day for the T-Bones. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you run hard around the bases. Katie Kong started at first and ended up scoring. And Dustin Geiger is on with a double is how they rule that. I guess technically they have to, as Brian Humphreys is on now for Fargo. He's 1 for 2 today. First pitch to Humphreys, in on his hands, pops it straight in. Brett Wiley looking for it in the lights, finds it at the last second and squeezes it for the 3rd out. Kansas City allows 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. As the T-Bones trail 7-0 as we head to the 6th here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King coming to Newman Outdoor Field. You're set to begin the 6th inning as Dalton Wheat leads off for Kansas City. 1 ball and a strike to Wheat. So far today, Wheat is 0 for 1. Last time we saw Wheat, actually make that Wheat is 1 for 1 today. Looking at the scoreboard, Wheat grounds that to Pineda. At second, Pineda was going to drive and thought better of it last second. Ranging to his left, fires to first to retire Wheat. Now batting for Kansas City is Brett Wiley. So far today, Wiley is 0 for 1. He walked in the first and struck out swinging in the third. T-Bones trailing 7-0. First pitch to Wiley, fouls it back. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Wiley just takes it outside. That evens the count at 1 with 1 down. Wiley fouls that high and out of play down the third baseline. Wiley falls behind. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and an out. In Brett Wiley's last 10 games, he's batting .268 and 41 at-bats with 4 runs scored, no home runs, and an RBI. Last 5, .250, 20 at-bats, 2 runs scored, and a ribby. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Brett Wiley goes down swinging. Pitch was dropped. Wagner fires to first to retire him for the second out. Now batting for Kansas City is Jake Blackwood coming on at 2 down, and the T-Bones trailing 7-0. You're in the top of the 6th. So far today, Blackwood is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. First pitch to Blackwood, taken in there for a strike. No balls and a strike at 80 miles an hour. The 0-1, righty versus righty, is outside. That evens the count at 1. Next pitch is low and away, dug out of the dirt by Wagner, 2-1. Dylan Muzakis, a man that entered the game with 12 strikeouts, is already sitting at 7 against Kansas City here today. The 2-1. Blackwood grounds that down the third baseline. Mazzola charging, collected throw to first, retires Blackwood for the third and final out. Kansas City goes down 1, 2, 3. 5 straight have been retired as the T-Bones trailed the Red Hawks 7-0. Through 5.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid. The familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. David Holman now out there for Kansas City. He'll be on to face the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for Fargo. Leading off for Fargo in the bottom of the sixth, the T-Bones trailing 7-0, is Ryan Wagner. Wagner is 1 for 2 today with a solo home run in the third inning. First pitch from Holman is inside to Wagner, 1-0. David Holman enters this appearance 4-4 on the season with an ERA of 4.73. He's got 20 appearances, half of those are starts, and at 70 1/3, struck out 31 while walking 26. The 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0. Holman, a big 6'6", 225-pounder right-hander out of Spring Hill, Kansas. Last time out was on August 27th at Gary. A game the T-Bones lost 5-12 when he came in and pitched 2 innings, gave up a run, 3 hits, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. That's inside, 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. That's inside, and Wagner's led off the bottom of the sixth with a leadoff 4-pitch walk. Now batting for Fargo is the 9-hole hitter Mike Gilmartin, who's 2 for 2 today, doubled and scored in the third and singled in the fourth. As we start today's segment of This Day in Baseball History. On this day, August 30th, 1905, Ty Cobb made his major league debut, doubling out Jack Chesbro as Detroit defeats New York 5-3. The double is the first of his 4,189 hits, a record topped by Pete Rose in 1985. First pitch to Gilmartin is in there, no balls and a strike. Ty Cobb, arguably one of the greatest ball players of all time, and my favorite ball player, Pete Rose, overtaking his hit record, and my favorite year as well, 1985. If you don't know why it's 1985, you might want to run over to Kauffman Stadium and ask anybody, as Gilmartin fouls that down the right field line. He's behind, no balls and 2 strikes, still no one out. On this day in 1910, Tom Hughes of the New York Yankees pitched a no-hitter for 9 1/3 innings before giving up a single to Harry Niles of the Cleveland Indians. The Yankees lost 5-0 with Hughes giving up 7 hits in 11 innings. Wouldn't that be something as Gilmartin chops that to Frias. Frias handles it on the soft one. Underhands it to Wiley. The throw from Wiley's too late, and the runner's on at first. It's not the throw is too late from Wiley. The soft chopper up the middle. Frias waited for it to come to him, and then lightly tossed it to Wiley. Wiley with the strong throw could have got him. But Gilmartin's on with 1 down as the T-Bones could not turn that double play. They get 1 out, though, at second, as we see the top of the order, Kes Carter. So far today, Carter is 2 for 3, struck out looking. Last time we saw him in the fourth. He singled in the first and hit an RBI double in the third and came around to score. Since the first pitch, he sees that to Tyson Gillies in left field. Gillies brings it on the warning track for the second out. Michael Pineda steps in, 1 for 3 today. Last time we saw him in the fifth, he doubled and came around to score. On this day in 1986, Tommy John and Joe Necro pitched a doubleheader for the New York Yankees against Seattle to become the first 40-plus teammate combo to start a doubleheader since September 13th, 1933, when the Chicago Cubs' Sam Jones and Red Faber pitched against the Philadelphia Athletics. John lost the opener, and Necro won the second game, 3-0. Tommy John, of course, being more well-known more because of the surgery that's been named after him. But people forget that he is was also a very good pitcher. It's no balls and a strike to Pineda with 2 down. The 0-1 is low, blocked by Johnson, 1 out, 1-1. On this day in 1988, Kent Tucolville, that's it, becomes the second pitcher in Major League history to appear in 1,000 games by pitching 2 innings in Philadelphia's 7-5 win over San Francisco. Of course, I really didn't know how to pronounce his name. I've never heard of the guy, but 1,000 games, as that's fouled back 1-2. Something you can't really just skip over, as it says that he was the second pitcher to do so. I'd be curious to know how many have done that since. On this day in 2014, Trevor Hoffman, who spent parts of 16 seasons of his 18 years in the majors with San Diego, Retiring as baseball's all-time saves leader with 601, becomes the 9th person inducted in the Padres Hall of Fame. The closer, known for his devastating changeup, joins Buzzy Bavasi, Nate Colbert, Jerry Coleman, Tony Gwynn, Randy Jones, Ray Kroc, Dick Williams, and Dave Winfield to be enshrined by the team. Trevor Hoffman is really an underrated closer. People don't talk about him because of number 42, Mariano Rivera. Mariano Rivera ultimately overtook the all-time saves mark, but Trevor Hoffman's one that you can't forget as Pineda chops that to Frias. Frias the two hopper handles and underhands it to Wiley, and it's retired for the third out. Holman allows one runner, and they strand a runner on. T-Bones trail the Redhawks 7-0 through 6 complete here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. This is Sam King coming from Newman Outdoor Field. The T-Bones trailing 7-0 as we head to the 7th. Anthony Gauss leading things off for Kansas City. The 1-0 pitch is outside, 2-0 so far today. Gauss is 0 for 2. Back in the first, he struck out looking and grounded out to third in the fourth. Takes the 2-1 pitch and makes it 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to the former Cleveland Indians farmhand. That's outside, and Gallus has Mouzakis right where he wants him. 3 balls and a strike to hitter's count. That's high and away, and Gallus is on with a walk. With the lead off the 7th. Kansas City can get something cooking here. They need 7 runs. They have 12 more outs, 9 more outs, I should say, to do so. I obviously was not very good at math as Tyson Gillies steps in for Kansas City. So far today, Gillies is 0 for 2. He struck out swinging in the first and then lined out to second in the fourth. He comes on now with a runner on first, no one out. First pitch to Gillies is right down Broadway, no swing at 83 miles an hour, no balls and a strike. Tyson Gillies, one of the more entertaining players on this T-Bones roster. He's got the stud arm in left field, a nice glove out there as well. And he hits like a Carlos Gomez as he fouls that back, and the count is now no balls and 2 strikes. And I say a Carlos Gomez because he's got plenty of contact. And he said as he's gotten older, he's developed a lot of power as he sends that to left field. That'll drop fair into the corner. Gallus going to third. He's going to be held up as Tyson Gillies is on there with a no-out double. Put runners on second and third. As there is a standing ovation happening here, and I didn't know who they announced. I want to think that the fans were giving a standing ovation to Tyson Gillies, but they just announced a special fan here, and I completely missed it as Vladimir Frias steps on for Kansas City. Runners on second and third. No one out. T-Bones trailing 7-0 here in the top of the seventh. Muzakis looks into his rookie catcher Wagner. Jump set. First pitch from Muzakis to Frias. Frias grounds to Pineda at second. Run will score, and Pineda throws to first to retire Frias. With the runner now on third with one down. T-Bones still trailing 7-1. Vladimir Frias doing a good job making sure that ball is not hit on the left side of the infield, as that would have been very interesting. Because you have the runner on second and third, you hit it to the left side of the infield. That's not going to be an easy play for anybody. The guy can have an easier throw home. Gillies could be gunned down at third, but Vladimir Frias with a veteran move, making sure that ball's hit to the right side at all costs, as Ryan Retz steps in, 1-0. So far today, Ryan Retz is 1 for 2. He singled last time we saw him in the fifth. He comes on now. Gillies on third, and one down. That's low as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Kansas City getting something cooking this inning, already bringing a run home. The other one on third is Ryan Retz at a deep center field. That could be deep enough to score Gillies. Carter retreats, squeezes it, comes up firing. Gillies runs home. The throw is wide, and Gillies scores. Now 2 down. Ryan Retz doing his job, picking up his 5th RBI as a T-Bone. Kansas City still trailing now by 5, 7-2. Now batting is the 9-hole hitter, Nolan Johnson. He comes on now, 2 down, no one on, but the T-Bones now trailing 7-2 as they score 2 here in the top of the 7th. Baseball is a game where you have to chip away as the first pitch is on the outer half, called strike, no balls on a strike. You can't, there's ways you can get it all back on one pitch. When you're down 7, it's not possible, as that's outside as well. One is even count at 1. And so Kansas City starting to chip away at the Red Hawks lead. 1-1, Johnson sends that out to shallow center field. Carter coming in. He'll squeeze it for the third and final out. But not before Kansas City gets 2 runs on 1 hit. No Red Hawks errors. No one left on base. Kansas City trails 7-2 as we head to the home half of the 7th here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. T-Bones trail 7-2 as we head to the home half of the 7th. Kerry De La Cruz leading off things here for Fargo. That's low. Counts even at 1. In between innings, they know how to have a good time here in Fargo. They brought me in a bag of candy, bag of Milky Ways. 7th inning stretch, stood up and threw them out at the fans. That was probably one of the funnier things I've done is that's fouled off 1 and 2. It's a simple thing, but it's a lot of fun, and it just makes it that much sweeter that it adds a little bit of fun to come to the ballpark, which is what it should be. Coming to the ballpark is one of the greatest things you can do. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no one's out to Kerry De La Cruz. He's so far today 1 for 3. Last time we saw him, struck out swinging. In the third, he had an RBI single. That's low from Holman. Counts even at 2. The 2-2. De La Cruz sends it out to center field. Massey coming in, but it'll drop, and he's on to the leadoff single, his second hit of the day. Josh Mazzola now batting for Fargo, the dangerous RBI leader in the American Association. First pitch to him is high, 1-0. He comes on with the runner on first, no one out. T-Bones trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. So far today, Mazzola, like I said, he's 0 for 3. As they have him at 0 for 2, even though he grounded out. That's fouled back into the Sweets. Counts even at 1. They do have Josh Mazzola officially as 0 for 3. Does pick up an RBI. Last time we saw him in the 5th. Struck out swinging in the 3rd and flew out to left field in the 2nd. Runner on first, 1 ball, 1 strike. Johnson set up outside. Holman looks back, looks in. Mazzola grounds to Frias. Frias to his right. Fires to Wiley. Wiley to first. And Mazzola beats it out. But Kansas City retires 1 on the 6-4 put out to get the lead runner at second. So 1 down now for the T-Bones. KD Kong stepping in now for Fargo. So far today, Kong is 2 for 2. He walked in the 2nd, double in the 4th, and single and scored last time we saw him in the 5th. He comes on now with the runner on first. 1 down. T-Bones trailing 7-2. Bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Kong is in there. Right down Broadway, no swing, no balls, and a strike. KD Kong has 4 doubles and 2 home runs in his past 8 games, and make that actually 5 doubles. Johnson set up outside, the 0-1. Just misses, apparently. Counts even at 1. Great pitch from David Holman. KD Kong currently riding a 10-game hitting streak, make it 11. Played as high as Double-A in the Tampa Bay Rays and Baltimore Orioles organizations. The 1-1 runner goes. Johnson inside. No throws. The pitch did not help him at all. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Josh Mazzola steals second. That is Mazzola's 8th stolen base of the season. He's also been caught 5 times this year. Mazzola must return back to first after the umpires convened. They are ruling player interference at the plate. As the pitch is inside to Nolan Johnson, but KD Kong made absolutely no effort to get out of the way. So take the stolen base off the board. 2 balls and a strike with an out. The righty Holman against the lefty Kong. Mazzola on first. Holman comes set. Johnson set up inside. The 2-1. Low and inside. Blocked by Nolan Johnson. 3 balls and a strike. On deck for Fargo is number 34, Dustin Geiger. Holman, pickoff attempt at first. Mazzola's back standing. To get that runner out at first would be huge with a 3-1 count and 1 down. And the T-Bones are trailing 7-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. The 3-1. Fastball paints the black on the outer half. Called strike. Draws the count full. Dustin Geiger still on deck with 1 down, runner on first. Double play. Obviously an option here. Holman, a pickoff attempt at first. Blackwood drops it, but he was in there anyways. Count still full as Holman comes set. Johnson set up outside. The payoff pitch. Runner goes. Kong sends that a mile in the air to right field. Dalton Wheat finds it in the lights and squeezes it for the second out. Mazzola must return to first. So a 2 down, the runner on first, and his team leading by 5, 7-2. Dustin Geiger steps in for Fargo. So far today, Dustin Geiger is 1 for 3. An RBI double last time we saw him in the 5th. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 4th, and eventually came around to score. Johnson set up outside, runner on first. First pitch from Holman. Paints right down Broadway. No balls on a strike, no swing. David Holman, not necessarily a guy that will get the strikeouts, as the sabermetrics are. Strikeouts per 9 innings. It's at 3.967, as that's in there. 1-1. Not necessarily a guy that walks anybody either. Based on balls per 9 innings, it's 3.3. The 1-1, Holman comes set, fires home. Just low, 2-1. He is a guy that gets the first pitch strike quite a bit at a clip of 62%. And that could be why his ERA is at a respectable 4.74. The 2-1, right on the outer half. Called strike, double deuces with the 2 outs. Runner on first. T-Bones trailing 7-2. Bottom of the 7th. The 2-2. Geiger grounds that foul into the Red Hawks dugout. Somebody held up a clipboard. It broke the clipboard. And the count remains even at 2. I don't know if that counts as breaking the wood. That's how pitchers refer to it when they say they broke a bat. But they broke the clipboard. Wood clipboard, I guess technically, yes. Mark that up for Holman. 2-2, 2 outs. Dustin Geiger going to have to buy a new clipboard for Doug Simonek and his boys. Next pitch is low and inside. That draws the count full. On deck for Fargo is number 18, Brian Humphreys. Full count, 2 outs. Runner on first. T-Bones trailing 7-2, bottom of the 7th. Holman coming set with the payoff pitch. Mazzola will be running, and he does. Geiger gets under and sends it a mile in the air, but foul and out of play. Count remains full. Dustin Geiger, a big boy. It's typically first baseman are at 6'2", 215 pounds. He's played for 4 different American Association teams in the past 2 years. Wichita, Laredo, Gary, and now Fargo. The payoff pitch, Geiger grounds that to Retz at third. Retz fields it, they call it foul. And Retz at full speed, ranging to his right, made a heck of a snag. Just barely foul. On the 2-hopper right into his glove. The payoff pitch inside, and Geiger walks the 2 outs, but runners on first and second. Now batting for Fargo is Brian Humphreys. He's 1 for 3 today. flew out to center field in the third. And the fifth, popped out to second, but in between those in the fourth, he hit a 3-run home run. And Bill Selby will come out and talk to Holman. The day is officially done for Jordan Cooper. He went 5 innings, gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. Through a total of 90 pitches through 5 innings, 58 of those were strikes. Bill Selby most likely talking to Holman saying, hey, don't worry about those 2 guys on base. Don't worry about that walk. The guy stood in there and battled, but you do have a dangerous hitter on deck, so they're probably discussing a little bit of strategy as well. And I do think it's a little funny what they're playing over the speakers here in Fargo, as they had the 3 best friends from The Hangover. You know, we're the 3 best friends that anybody can have. You gotta laugh at it. There's 3 guys at the mound. I think it's a little funny. It's not at the expense of anybody. It's just humor. First pitch to Humphreys. Rounds it to Hopper to Wiley. Wiley hits it off his glove, but recovers nicely, bringing it into his glove, then fires to Blackwood for the 3rd out. Fargo gets 2 on. They strand them both. They score none with no T-Bones errors. T-Bones trail 7-2 through 7 complete here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Heathwood Oil Company was the first independently owned oil company in Kansas City, and they're now one of the oldest continuously family-owned oil companies in the Midwest, featuring Citgo lubricants. With a current bulk storage capacity of over 250,000 gallons, they have the products you need. Let Heathwood and Citgo design a Citgo lubricants program to reduce cost and increase production. Call 913-321-1764 or email sales@heathwoodoil.com. Heathwood and Citgo, your lubrication specialist since 1926.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Jumping in action a little late here in the top of the 8th. T-Bones trailing 7-2. This is Sam King coming from Newman Outdoor Field here in Fargo-Moorhead. 1 ball and a strike to Tyler Massey. So far today, Massey is 1 for 3. Singled in the first as he swings and misses on the breaking ball that tails away 1-2. Since then, we've seen a strikeout in the third, got it into a double play in the fifth. That's low to Massey, and that evens the count at 2 with no one out. Infield, outfield playing straight up against the left-handed hitter from Chattanooga, Tennessee, the huge fan of the Tennessee Volunteers. The 2-2. Massey chops that foul over the T-Bones dugout, into the T-Bones dugout. Count remains even at 2. We'll see a swarm of players coming from the railing and going for the ball. As they play with those baseballs, but maybe there's still a little bit of nostalgia there when they get a foul ball. The 2-2. Fouls it back. Count remains 2-2. So we have a lefty, Will Mathis, in there for Fargo. Will Mathis, the lefty out of Carlsbad, New Mexico, spent last season with Bakersfield. He enters this appearance with a 4.71 ERA, 2-4, 41 games, 4 starts, as Massey goes down swinging for the first out. In 65 innings, has struck out 71 while walking 31. Now batting for Kansas City is number 9, Dalton Wheat. Will Mathis, a tall left-hander, 6'3", 195, as Wheat takes the first pitch and grounds it to Gilmartin. Gilmartin can't play it on the hop, and Dalton Wheat's on with 1 down. Will Mathis played his college ball at New Mexico University. Like I said, he started 4 games this season and appeared in 41 total. He struck out 8 batters in 5 innings against Gary on July 14th. His last appearance was on August 27th against Sioux Falls. Pitched 1 inning, gave up a hit, but struck out another man. As the pitching coach, Michael Schlacht, will come out and talk to Mathis, and they ruled out an E6 that allowed Dalton Wheat to get on. Kansas City has 2 runs today, but they've only managed 4 hits. And last night's action, they managed 5 hits, but no runs. Has the T-Bones trail 7 here in the top of the 8th. Michael Schlacht, a tall pitching coach. I'm curious enough to know how tall he is. Guess it's worth a Google, right? Pitching coach for Fargo stands at 6'7", 205 pounds. He was a 3rd-round draft pick by the Texas Rangers in 2004 out of Marietta, Georgia. Last played in 2014 for Amarillo, making 2 appearances, 1 being a start, and went 0-1 with an ERA of 81. And a 2/3 innings pitch. Didn't strike out anybody, but walked 2. The highest he got to the big leagues was Double-A in Frisco in 2010 with the Rangers. That is fouled back by Brett Wiley. No balls and a strike. 1 out, runner on first. So far today, Wiley is 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts, but he walked in the first. I knew Michael Schlacht was a big guy. I knew the name from somewhere. 2004 draft, 3rd round, Texas Rangers. Now a pitching coach here in Fargo. Slider just paints the black. No balls and 2 strikes. That was a beautiful pitch with 1 out, runner on first. The lefty to lefty, 0-2. Slider, another great pitch just outside. Counts now 1-2. Obviously, I'm hoping for a Brett Wiley donger here, because who wouldn't be? Great guy, great ball player. Got the ability, especially when the 314 down the right field line and being a left-handed hitter. 0-1-2. Low and away with the fastball. The count's even at 2 with 1 down. Runner on first. T-Bones trailing 7-2 here in the top of the 8th. Wiley fouls that off down the first baseline. The count remains even at 2. And Brett Wiley goes down on strikes for the second out. Second strikeout for Fuller. Now batting for Kansas City is the RBI machine, Jake Blackwood. So far today, though, Blackwood is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Comes on now, the runner on first, 2 down. First pitch is inside, 1-0 with the T-Bones trailing 7-2, top of the 8th. Fuller comes set to the righty Blackwood. The 1-0 breaking ball kept away from Blackwood. Probably smart, 2-0. Will Fuller, known as the lefty specialist here in Fargo, which is obviously what you see from the lefties. It seemed very repetitive. But it made sense in my head, so it works. Blackwood fouls that down the left field line. It has the power, but it's tailed foul. 2-1, 2 down, runner on first. Will Mathis, against lefties, has appeared in 34 games. He's only allowed a 171 batting average against lefties. Against righties, on the other hand, Will Mathis has had 33 games, and opponents are batting .363. So Jake Blackwood has an opportunity here against the lefty that handles lefties well but struggles against righties. He lines that past Gil Martin, it's short. Dalton Wheat rounding second. He'll be held up at second. So runners on first and second, 2 down. Jake Blackwood picking up a hit. As Doug Simonek will come out and talk to Will Fuller, it appears he's going to give him the hook, as he is. First time we've seen this, well, second time we've seen this all series now. Second time this game. As the T-Bones trail 7-2, but they have runners on first and second with 2 down here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. T-Bones trail the Redhawks 7-2. So we're now up and the top of the 8th, 2 down, but runners on first and second as the day is officially done for Will Mathis. Not officially done for Will Mathis. Runners on first and second. That's not what I meant to say. Runner today is officially done for Dylan Muzakis. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, 105 pitches, and 60 of those were strikes. Anthony Gallus now up. First pitch to Gallus is outside, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch is also tails outside, 2-0. Now pitching for Fargo is Patrick Mincy. Mincy enters this appearance with a 5.03 ERA, 3-3 on the season, 62 2/3. He's got a save, and 41 strikeouts with 23 walks. 2 balls, no strikes to Anthony Gallus. Mincy was acquired in a trade from Joplin on July 1st by Fargo, as that's fouled back, 2-1. He has received a decision in his past 2 appearances. Kansas City hoping to do that, as there's no chance he picks up a win here, with the T-Bones trailing 7-2 in the top of the 8th. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs, runners on first and second. Mincy steps off. Side one delivery from Mincy. He fully extends his arm backwards, hitches his elbow, and then just kind of slings it around with the rest of his body. And that's outside, 3-1. Mincy played his college ball at Francis Marion University, originally from Hartsville, South Carolina. During his time with Joplin, made 5 starts, 10 total appearances as Anthony Gallus comes up swinging an empty on the fastball in the outer half, 83 miles an hour. Count is full. On deck for Kansas City is number 2, Tyson Gillies. But during his time at Joplin, went 1-0 with a 5.34 ERA and struck out 16 while walking 11 and 30 in the third. This is his first appearance against Kansas City, as that's low, and Gallus walks to load the bases with 2 down for Tyson Gillies. They were really banking on Patrick Mincy getting Anthony Gallus out, as Tyson Gillies, the lefty, steps in now for the T-Bones. First pitch to Gillies. He swings and misses out of heater. No balls and a strike. Versus left-handed hitters, Patrick Mincy has only had 9 1/3 innings of experience against them, and they're all batting .237 with 7 walks and 7 strikeouts. 45 batters faced, comes up to 38 at-bats, 9 hits. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, bases juiced here in the top of the 8th. T-Bones trailing 7-2. T-Bones' biggest opportunity came in the first with the bases loaded. And now again with the bases loaded, another big opportunity for Kansas City. Trailing by 5, they can pick up 4 here. The 0-1. Gillies reaches that into right field. Wheat will score, and runner will be held at third. So Gillies gets a run back as the T-Bones now trail only by 4, 7-3 here in the top of the 8th. Bases still loaded with 2 down. Vladimir Frias stepping on now for Kansas City. So far today, he's 0 for 2. He walked in the second. A walk would bring a run home with the bases juiced. 2 down. T-Bones now trailing 7-3. Here in the top of the 8th. Mincy in the same boat, the switch hitter Vladdy Frias, batting on the left-handed batter's box. First pitch to Frias. Big swing and a miss, that letter high fastball. No balls and a strike. What you wouldn't expect from Patrick Mincy, when he's facing right-handed batters, he's also just as effective. In 23 innings pitched, they're all batting .238 off him, but a .284 on-base percentage. Versus lefties, like I said earlier, .237 batting average, but an on-base percentage of .356. 1 ball and a strike, 2 down. Bases juiced, top of the 8th for Kansas City. Vladimir Frias can tie the game with 1 swing. He fouls that straight back, 1-2. Vladdy Frias steps out to get his mind right for the 1-2. Huge pitch with 2 down. Bases loaded. T-Bones trailing by 4. Top of the 8th. They already brought a run home. Let's see 4 more. Let's see 1 more. Let's see them all coming home eventually. The 1-2. Frias goes down swinging for the 3rd and final out. Kansas City gets a run home, but they strand the bases loaded and trail 7-3 through 7.5 here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. We head to the home half of the eighth. T-Bones trailing by 4, 7-3. David Holman still out there for Kansas City as Ryan Wagner toes in for Fargo. First pitch from David Holman. Breaking ball, high and inside, 1-0. So far today, Ryan Wagner is 1 for 2. He hit a solo home run in the third. The 1-0, high, 2-0. David Holman coming off Tommy John surgery he had last season that forced him to sit out the entire year. The 2-0, fastball, Wagner sends opposite field. That'll drop in foul territory. The ball really had a hook to it. Now, obviously, I got it way ahead of myself. Stupid me. But the ball hooked foul. Good news, 2-1. Ryan Wagner, a rookie out of Bacone College in Oklahoma, originally from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, a town that produces just an incredible amount of athletes. He's tied for the 8th in the league and hit by pitches despite only 94 at-bats. So Wagner sends that out to left center. Gillies ranging to his left, squeezes it for the first out. Mike Gilmartin now batting for Fargo. The 9-0 hitter is having himself a day. He's 2 for 3 with a run scored. He doubled in the third and came around to score. Singled in the fourth and reached on fielder's choice in the sixth. He first pitch to him is low, 1-0. Mike Gilmartin from Norcross, Georgia, spent last season with Lincoln. Currently at 9 straight games with an RBI or a run scored. That's in there, and it evens the count at 1 with 1 out. Gilmartin fouls that down the left field line. Gillies still not giving up on it. And it's out of play. 1-2. There was a chance that ball could hook back in, especially with the wind being dead. The ball has a mind of its own up there. And Holman's ahead, 1-2. Gilmartin toes back in, the left-handed hitter against the righty David Holman. The 1-2. Breaking ball high, that evens the count at 2. 2-2. Fastball misses somewhere. Counts now full. On deck for Fargo is the top of the order, Kes Carter. David Holman, talking to him before the game, asked him about his favorite part about Kansas City as the payoff pitch is chopped off of Gil Martin's foot. Count remains full. 1 down. I asked him about his favorite part about Kansas City. He said it's a big city, but you still get the Midwestern feel and charm. And then he told me that traffic is never too bad. And I said, what part of Kansas City have you ever been in? If you're anywhere near Kansas City, not gridlock by any means, but it's still some nose to nose. The payoff pitch is high. Gil Martin walks with 1 out as the top of the order. Leadoff hitter Kes Martin steps in for Fargo. Kes Carter so far today is 2 for 4 with an RBI double and a run scored in the third. Since then, it's been a strikeout and a fly out to left field. First pitch to Carter. He acts like he's about to get hit, so a nice pitch from Holman. Tails back in, no balls and a strike and an out. Runner on first. T-Bones trailing 7-3, bottom of the 8th. The 0-1. Carter chops past the pitcher's mound. Holman ranges to his left. He can't get to it. Wiley gets the ball on a flip from his glove. Sprinting from his normal position, almost to first with the athletic play. Puts his glove in the dirt and flips it up to Blackwood. Blackwood catches it for the second out. And the runner goes to second, but a web gym play from the former Cardinals farmhand, Brett Wiley. Woo, my, oh, my. Carter disagreed. And I get his point. He's got speed. Most people beat that out, but Brett Wiley, nada boo-boo, he's better than you. As Ryan Pineda steps in for Fargo, 2 down, and runner on second. T-Bones trailing 7-3, bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Pineda. In there, no balls and a strike. David Holman, known for his first pitch strikes. Pineda so far today is 1 for 4. He doubled and scored in the 5th. The 0-1, breaking ball just misses low. Even count 1. Ryan Pineda has 18 strikeouts in his past 13 games. Fun fact, 1-1. Breaking ball misses. Yeah. Somewhere. 2-1. Ryan Pineda does have 3 straight games with a hit and an RBI. He's got the hit so far. Let's hope he doesn't get the RBI. The 2-1. Pineda lines that right into the glove of Brett Wiley as he ranged to his right and snagged the ball as it went down for the third and final out. Fargo gets a man on, but they strain him there, and the T-Bones trail 7-3 as we head to the home half, to the top of the 9th. T-Bones have 3 more outs to score 4 or more. Don't want to miss that here on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning. The experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Ryan Retz, as we missed it on a 0-1 count. I do apologize for missing it. Blooped a leadoff single into right field. As Doug Semenek will come out and talk to his boy and more than likely give his man the hook, and he will, as that'll do it for the righty. With Starlin Rodriguez pinch hitting for Nolan Johnson and on deck. T-Bones trail the Red Hawks 7-3 here in the top of the ninth with a runner on first, no one out on the T-Bones Broadcast Network.
It's always good to know that great doctors are close by. In fact, the great doctors of Providence Medical Center are right down the street from the ballpark at 89th and Parallel. Count on Providence when you need 24/7 emergency services, an accredited chest pain center, or specialized orthopedic and sports medicine services. Providence Medical Center is proud to be the official healthcare partner of the T-Bones. Learn more at providencekc.com.
At Community America, we're redefining wealth. It's time to focus on what really fills our lives with meaning, the experiences and relationships that define who we are and what we value. At Community America, what matters to you matters to us. Because when you have financial peace of mind, you can live life to the fullest. Make today wealthy.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Country Inn & Suites in Village West is the official hotel of the KC T-Bones. We conveniently share the parking lot with the stadium and offer access to the best shopping and entertainment. Enjoy a comfortable stay with top-notch services and amenities. Start your day off right with our Be Our Guest breakfast. Our exceptional service makes Country Inn & Suites the ideal hotel in KC for anyone traveling for business or pleasure. Stay with us on your next trip and we'll have you saying, I love this country. Book today at countryinns.com/Kansas City KS.
I loved when the ice cream truck came around as a kid, the familiar music and the cool treats on a hot summer afternoon.
What's your happy place?
Have a Frosty Treats ice cream truck at your next corporate or private party. FrostyTreats.com.
Welcome back to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Ryan Retz on first as Starlin Rodriguez enters the game to hit for Nolan Johnson. That ends the day for Johnson, who is 0 for 3 today. Rodriguez, the right-handed batter, facing the right-handed pitcher, Colton Revis. First pitch to Rodriguez is outside, 1-0. Ryan Retz led off the ninth with a single. He's still out there with no one out. T-Bones trailing 7-3. This is Sam King on the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Revis enters this appearance with an ERA of 3.75. He is 2-6 on the season, but he leads the team in saves with 10 as Rodriguez fouls that straight up and back and out of play. Counts even at 1. Along with his 10 saves, that's come out to 48 innings. He struck out 59 and walked 18 as he is the closer here in Fargo. And this is a save opportunity with the runner on first that he did not put on. 7-3 ball game, top of the ninth. Last night, Starlin Rodriguez did go 1 for 4, peaking at the start in right field. He takes the 1-1 pitch and lines it down the left field line and foul 1-2. C.J. Revis, a righty that Doug Semenek put on. Revis does have 59 strikeouts and 49 innings. He pitched an inning in American Association All-Star game for the North and struck out 2. He was originally drafted in the 30th round in 2013 by the Tampa Bay Rays and played as high as Double-A, the 26-year-old, out of Paris, Texas. That's low and away, blocked by Wagner. Evens the count at 2. Runner on first, still no one out. Righty versus righty, runner on first. The 2-2. Rodriguez sends it out to deep left field. They're still ranging back. Humphreys at the wall, squeezes it, and brings it in for the first out. Retz retreats to first. That ball was absolutely smashed by Starlin Rodriguez. With one down, we see the top of the order leadoff hitter Tyler Massey. Massey has struggled today. He's 1 for 4. He singled in the first. Since then, it's been a strikeout, a double play, and a strikeout. Seen Tyler Massey all over the lineup this year. As low as 7th at one point, 3rd, 2nd, and now lead off. First pitch to Massey's on the inner half, called strike, no balls and a strike. Runner on first, 1 down, top of the 9th. T-Bones trailing 7-3. Last time out for Revis. Pitched 1 2/3 innings. 1 2/3 scoreless, perfect innings with 3 strikeouts. As Pineda ranges to his left, spins and throws, and retires Massey for the second out. Retz goes to second. Now batting for Kansas City is Dalton Wheat. So far today, Dalton Wheat is 1 for 3 with a run scored. He reached on an E6 in the 8th and came around to score. Runner on second, 2 down. T-Bones trailing by 4, top of the 9th, 7-3. First pitch from Revis is high and away, 1-0. Like I said about Revis last time out, 1 2/3 perfect innings with 3 strikeouts in a game that Fargo lost 4-5 against Sioux Falls here on August 27th. His last save came a day before that in a Fargo win, 4-3, when he pitched 1 scoreless inning with a walk and a strikeout. That's low, 2-0 to Dalton Wheat. If Wheat gets on, that spells trouble with Brett Wiley looming on deck. Revis comes set, that 2-0. High and away, 3-0. Like I said, on deck for Kansas City's number 16, Brett Wiley. On the outer half, called strike, 3-1. Revis working himself back into the count. Breaking ball right down Broadway, no swing, draws the count full. And Dalton Wheat walks on the full count. Revis not a fan, puts his glove on his head, but Dalton Wheat's on. And like I said, that spells trouble with Brett Wiley now on for Kansas City. Brett Wiley now batting for Kansas City. So far today, Brett Wiley is 0 for 3. He walked in the first. Since then, it's been the hat trick with 3 strikeouts. Runners on first and second. 2 down. T-Bones trailing by 4. Top of the 7th. 7-3. First pitch to Wiley. Big swing and a miss on the heater at 90 miles an hour. No balls and a strike. Last season, Revis spent time at Double-A, High-A, and rookie ball in the Tampa Bay Rays organization. Altogether, he went 0-4 with a 6.11 ERA. 40 appearances, picked up 1 save, and in 45 2/3, struck out 49 while walking 21. No balls and a strike. Here it comes. Wiley opposite field, fouled up out of the parking lot. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. as the crowd comes live here in Fargo. Revitz comes set. Wiley ready. The 0-2. Wiley goes down swinging, and he's got the sombrero. 4th strikeout of the game. That ends the game with the T-Bones losing 7-3. Kansas City drops to 40-54 on the season, their 2nd straight loss. Fargo picks up their 50th one of the season. Now they're now 50-44. Kansas City starter Jordan Cooper takes the loss. He is now 3-6 on the season. Picking up the win for Fargo as Dylan Mouzakis, his first career win. He's now 1-0. Top hitter today for Kansas City, Tyson Gillies and Ryan Retz. Gillies went 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Retz 2 for 3 with an RBI. Like I said, Jordan Cooper took the loss. He went 5 innings, gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. And as he takes his way back to Kansas City to meet back up with his wife, wish him best of luck and a huge congratulations from all of us at the Kansas City T-Bones. Dylan Mouzakis went 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. Like I said, he's 1-0 on the season. Will Mathis entered and went 2 1/3, gave up a hit and a run, but it was unearned. Patrick Mincy picked a third of an inning, gave up 2 hits and a walk and a strikeout. CJ Rivas picked up his 11th save of the season, pitching 2/3 of an inning, no hits, no runs, a walk and a strikeout. Kansas City stranded the bases loaded on 2 separate occasions today. In the first inning, the bases loaded with no one out, and then 3 straight strikeouts is how that ended. They also had the bases loaded in the 8th, but a strikeout is what ended that, as Kansas City struggled in this second game of the 4-game series against the Fargo-Moorhead Redhawks. As we look elsewhere in the American Association, Lincoln Salt Dogs defeated the Sioux City Explorers 3-2 at Lewis and Clark Park. At CHS Field, Winnipeg is trailing St. Paul 7-2 in the bottom of the 7th of that one. At Lawrence Dumont Stadium, Joplin is trailing Wichita 6-3 in the bottom of the 7th. At Unitrade Stadium in Laredo, Texas and the Lemurs are still scoreless in the top of the 5th. In the top of the 9th, Gary trails Sioux Falls at Sioux Falls Stadium in the top of the 9th, 4-1. Kansas City, again, 40-54 on the season now. Fargo now 50-44. We'll be back on the air tomorrow at 7:02. Josh Hodges slated to start for Kansas City as he's 4-8 on the season. Jose Almirante, one of the top pitchers in the league, slated to start for Fargo. Again, we'll be back at 7:02. All the action can be heard here at TBonesBaseball.com and the T-Bones Broadcast Network. I'm going to jump out of here. T-Bones lose tonight, 7-3. This is Sam King signing off with a very sincere thank you for listening. And please, stay safe out there.
This game on the T-Bones Broadcast Network was brought to you by Community America Credit Union, Austin's Trailers and Motorsports, Funweiser, Coca-Cola, Price Chopper, Providence Medical Center, the Kansas Lottery, FlyKCI.com, Roma Bakery, Sheet Metal Local Number 2, and Kissick Construction. Tune in online all season to the T-Bones Broadcast Network. Click on the Watch Live or Listen Live buttons at TBonesBaseball.com. T-Bones Baseball, that's fun. Well done.